All of the time we spent together, in our prime we were birds of a feather, different kind. We were laughing through the pain, you were never once so vain. Cut the cord that kept us connected.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. My name is Rashida and I'm a stay-at-home work from home mom of 4 beautiful children. We have Giselle, Malachi, Nasir, and Naomi, and here on this channel we like to provide you with all types of motivation. We have cleaning motivation, laundry motivation, mommy motivation, just realistic motivation to help you get you through your day, week, month, and year. So if that is something that you're interested in, please consider joining our family. All you have to do is hit that subscribe button and make sure your notifications are on. For today's video, I am going to be providing you with some extreme all-day laundry motivation. It is that time of year again to where I have to switch out the kids' clothes from summer to fall, winter. And sorry in advance if I sound stuffy. I am a little bit under the weather because of the change of weather, and it just happens every season, and it's just something that I'm just used to at this moment. So again, I apologize in advance. But let's jump right into the video. The first things first that I have to do is I'm going to be stripping their beds, more so the girls' beds because the boys are already dead. If you know, you know. If you have boys, I don't know what it is, but I try to make it to the end of the week. But if I go in and I smell something, I just automatically strip the boys' sheets. And the girls are not the same way. I don't know if it's because the boys sweat more. Honestly, I don't understand the logic. But today we're just stripping the girls' sheets. The boys has already been washed. And I'm gonna go ahead and throw those in first. Well, they're gonna be one of the first things that I throw in because, you know, it takes a long time for bedding to dry, or more specifically the comforters to dry. So those are probably gonna be one of the first loads that I go ahead and tackle. You probably won't see that on camera because, like I said, they take a long time to dry. While I'm stripping their beds, I'm also going to be straightening up their room because, you know, kids will be kids. There is always clothes mixed in with toys and just stuff not put back where it's supposed to be. So I'm just going to go ahead and tidy up their room just to make sure that I have all of the dirty laundry outside of their room.
All of the time we spent together, in our prime we were birds of a feather, different kind. We were laughing through the pain, you were never once so vain. Cut the cord that kept us connected, blacking out the mirror where your light once reflected. All of the love from up above.
One day real soon, I'm going to make a day out of washing all the stuffed animals and all of the decor pillows because it is time for those to get washed. They getting a little dingy, but if I would have did that in today's video, it would have probably been a 2 or 3 day long video, and I just did not have the time for that. So one day, probably within the upcoming weeks, I'm going to probably not make a video of it, but I'm going to get those in the wash.
All of the time we spent together, in our prime we were birds of a feather, different kind. We were laughing through the pain, you were never once so vain. Cut the cord that kept us connected, blacking out the mirror where your light once reflected. All of the love from up above, we used to feel like a glove. time we spent together, in our prime we were birds of a feather, different kind. We were laughing through the pain, you were never once so vague. Cut the cord that kept us connected, blacking out the mirror where your light once reflected all of the love from up above.
Now I'm just moving everything into a centralized locations, but before I do that, I'm gonna go ahead and get this million of rags stacked up in the bathroom. This is like this every single week. My kids will take a shower every day, so that's one rag for 4 kids, and then they also use a separate one for their face, so that's 8 rags per day that they use, and they don't use the same one twice. I don't use the same one twice. Let me know in the comments down below if you use your rag, like how long do you use your rag? Because me, I will use a different one for my face and for my body, and I cannot use the same rag twice unless it's been washed, if that makes sense. But yeah, let me know in the comments down below if you're the same way, or do you think that's considered like OCD.
We spent together, in our prime we were birds of a feather, different kind. We were laughing through the pain, you were never once so vague. Cut the cord that kept us connected, blacking out the mirror where your light once reflected all of the love from up above. We used to feel like a glove. All of the time we spent together, in our prime we were birds of a feather, different kind. We were laughing through the pain, you were never once so vague. Cut the cord that kept us connected, blacking out the mirror where your light once.
I know it may seem like it's a lot of laundry, but honestly, this is only 1 week's worth of clothing. I did not wash all this week because we just life, okay? So laundry was put on the back burner, and this is all that is piled up to be. And I know to some this can look like a lot, but you have to keep in mind that I do have 4 kids, so it's easy for the clothes to pile up and accumulate over time.
All of the time we spent together, in our prime we were.
So nothing has really changed with my laundry routine. I still use the same products as of right now. I still use the original Gain detergent. I also put in a Clorox laundry sanitizer just because all of my kids are at school. They just come in contact with so many germs, and I'm really trying my hardest now that they're back in school to keep the germs at bay, because I feel like we did pretty good last year, but the year before that, oh my God, I feel like somebody was sick consistently. It was either one or the other, and I do not want a repeat of what happened then. So remember when I mentioned earlier that I like to do my bedding first because it takes longer to dry? Well, my bed was the first one that I went ahead and got done because my 2-year-old daughter actually wet through her pants last night, and I just wanted to go ahead and get that in before the pee smell had settled in. So we went ahead and got that washed. Now this is just me just remaking the bed, and honestly, it's not remaking the bed in its whole entirety, because again, my duvet inserts have to dry. So this is just the sheets and the pillowcases that I had to wash, and we're just gonna have to wait for the other 2 inserts to dry in order for me to make my bed completely.
Cut the cord that kept us connected, blacking out the mirror where your light once reflected. All of the love from up above, we used to feel like a glove.
All right, you guys already know the drill. When we are doing these laundry motivational videos, I try to be as realistic as possible, even though they are sped up. But we are going to be catching up on last week's laundry. Like I said, I didn't wash all this week. It is the end of the week. Didn't wash all this week, and then I still need to catch up on last week's laundry. Now, when I say catch up for all the new people, that just means folding and putting it up, because I am good. I'm not great, but I am good at keeping the clothes clean, like washing them and drying them. But when it comes to putting them up, oh, procrastination at its finest.
We used to feel like a glove. All of the time we spent together, in our prime we were birds of a feather, different kind. We were laughing through the pain, you were never once so vague. Cut the cord that kept us connected, blacking out the mirror where your light once reflected. All of the love from up above, we used to feel like a glove. All of the time we spent together, in our prime we were birds of a feather, different kind. We were laughing through the pain, you were never once so vague. Cut the cord that kept us connected, blacking out the mirror where your light once reflected. All of the love from up above, we used to feel like a glove. we spent together, in our prime we were birds of a feather, different kind. We were laughing through the pain, you were never once so vague. Cut the cord that kept us connected, blacking out the mirror where your light once reflected. All of the love from up above, we used to feel like a glove. All of the time we spent together, in our prime we were birds of a feather, different kind. We were laughing through the pain, you were never once so vague. Cut the cord that kept us connected, blacking out the mirror where your light once reflected. All of the love from up above, we used to feel like a glove. All of the time we spent together, in our prime we were birds of a feather, different kind. We were laughing through the pain.
All right, so for the next few minutes, even though it took me longer than a few minutes, I'm just going to be giving you some folding motivation because I went ahead and repeated the process. I didn't want this video to be very repetitive, so I kind of just did the whole entering the wash and dry off of camera. And then we're just going to be folding up all the clothes that I washed.
All of the time we spent together, in our prime we were birds of a feather, different kind. We were laughing through the pain, you were never once so vague. Cut the cord that kept us connected, blacking out the mirror where your light once reflected. All of the love from up above, we used to feel like a glove. All of the time we spent together, in our prime we were birds of a feather, different kind. We were laughing through the pain, you were never once so vague. Cut the cord that kept us connected, blacking out the mirror where your light once reflected. All of the love from up above, we used to feel like a glove. All of the time we spent together, in our prime we were birds of a feather, different kind. We were laughing through the pain, you were never once so vague. Cut the cord that kept us connected, blacking out the mirror where your light once reflected. All of the love from up above, we used to.
Okay, so now that I got the clothes put up, I noticed that when I was doing it, their drawers are a hot mess. So I need to go through and kind of like go through some of this stuff. And each drawer, like, it's just a mess. I mean, eventually I'm going to have to invest in a bigger dresser for each of them. But right now, this is what we have. But like this one, the bottom of it is like loose, and you can see each drawer is just a mess. So I'm gonna go through each drawer and kind of like organize it better, just so it could be easier to see what's in there. Okay, so I took out the first two drawers. The first two drawers are Malachi. So the first one had his underwear and just his socks in it. And then we had t-shirts, pants, and all of his like basketball lounge shorts. So I'm gonna go through all of this, make sure all the socks don't have any holes in it, all the socks still fit. The ones that don't fit, of course, I'm going to transfer to his brother. And we're just going to be doing some moving around just so we can make sure that everything fit. And I'm just going to be taking stuff out that I know he doesn't wear. So let's get started with. So my boys are still young enough to where they only wear like the basic things, and their clothes don't take up as much room like my 9-year-old daughter's does. And you know, she has her own style, so she has just a lot of clothes, but they are just so basic. They will wear the same thing all the time, and what they prefer to wear is t-shirts and gym shorts, like 24/7, if they're not naked, of course, but that is their go-to. And like I said before, I'm eventually going to have to invest in more drawer space for them, but right now, since their clothes are still on the smaller side, this 3-drawer dresser is doing it just fine, barely, but just fine. And we're just going to try to make do with what we can, and they're pretty good at keeping their stuff organized in their drawers, so right now there's no issue.
Different kind. We were laughing through the pain, you were never once so vague. Cut the cord that kept us connected, blacking out the mirror where your light once reflected. All of the love from up above, we used to feel like a glove. All of the time we spent together, in our prime we were birds of a feather, different kind. We were laughing through the pain, you were never once so vague. Cut the cord that kept us connected, blacking out the mirror where your light once reflected. All of the love from up above, we used to feel like a glove.
Okay, so here is what the drawer is looking like now, just with a little bit of organization. So these are his t-shirts. He needs more t-shirts. All of his gym lounge shorts, he's good on that. All of his socks that still fit and are non-holy, he's good on that. And then I got rid of a whole bunch of underwear just because it's time. So we're going to need some more underwear. So as I'm doing this, I'm kind of making up a mental note or mental list of things that I need to get. So far, Malachi needs t-shirts and more underwear. So let's move on to Nasir's, because his was definitely the messiest. Okay, so Nasir's drawer, the bottom of it was actually coming out, as you can see here. And I have found that this is a common problem with all of my drawers. Honestly, the ones that you overfill and stuff, the bottom will just pop out so easily. So because the boys are still learning how to keep their stuff organized, especially Nasir, since it's only happening to his drawer, he needs a little bit more help in, still learning how to put stuff in his drawer and not push so hard, or to be kind of gentle, if you will, if a boy can be gentle. But because his bottom keeps popping out, a lot of stuff get trapped in the bottom of the dresser. So what I did was I just super glued it. So no matter how much you push, it's not going to pop out again, unless of course you just break and poke a hole through the whole bottom of the drawer. But just a little extra reinforcement, just so it won't keep happening and his drawer won't keep getting stuck, and we just won't have the same issue. I just super glued it. I did allow it to dry for about 15 minutes, but of course, because we're doing a video and it's sped up, it didn't seem like that. It seemed like I probably just put it right in, but I did let it dry for 15 minutes, even though it said that it'll be dry in 30 seconds. I just like to give it a little bit of extra time to cure.
Love from up above, we used to feel like a glove. Okay, so this is what we did with Nasir. So I stacked and rolled all of his underwear. Then you have his socks, his pajamas. He really doesn't wear pajamas. They like to sleep naked. I don't know, just boys. They have his lounge shorts, his t-shirts, and then I always put like their swim trunks in the back. Cut the cord that kept us connected, blacking out the mirror where your light once reflected. All of the love from up above, we used to feel like a glove.
All right, so with the weather changing, I'm just going to go ahead and switch over their clothes. In the boys' room, it's not too much to do because I kept all of their winter clothes at the top, like their sweaters and long sleeves at the top, and then their short sleeves and pants at the bottom. So there's really nothing to do in there. But in the girls' room, I had to take Giselle's sweaters and long sleeves and stuff and pack them up. But now, like I said, with the weather changing, we're just going to go ahead and switch them back. I'm also going to be taking her t-shirts out of her closet and putting them into her drawer. So we're probably going to have to do some drawer organization in there as well. But for right now, I'm just gonna go through this bucket because this has Naomi's stuff in it as well. Well, her sweaters and stuff. And I'm gonna see if anything that looks like it still fits right now. If not, then we're gonna put it in the bag to donate it. I'm gonna do the same thing with Giselle's stuff. And then we're gonna hang everything up and take the summer stuff out of their closet. But first, we're gonna go through this. I honestly felt like I just changed their clothes from winter to summer, and now all of a sudden I am changing them back. When in all reality, though, I did just change it. It's only been a couple of months. So currently we live in the Midwest, and the weather here sucks. I absolutely hate it. If you live in the Midwest, then you know what I'm talking about. The summers are short and the winters are super long. There's no spring and there's no fall. So you either get hot or you get iced over. Not even cold, just iced over. So I think we still had snow in April. It still snowed in April. It didn't last very long, of course, but it was still the snow temperature. And I think that is just absolutely outrageous. I cannot wait to move because I am a summer girl. I just love warm weather. It doesn't have to necessarily be hot, and it doesn't have to necessarily be like spring weather, but I enjoy fall as well. I prefer summer, but I do enjoy fall as well, and it just does not exist here. It's just so up and down. But yeah, that's it. I'm gonna stop ranting now. Thank you all for coming to my TED Talk.
Connected, blacking out the mirror where your light once reflected. All of the love from up above. We used to feel like a glove.
Taking down Naomi's summer clothes was a little bit bittersweet because it's different from the other kids, because I can take down their clothes and pack them up and still know that it's a possibility that maybe they'll fit them the following year. But with her, because she's at an age where she's rapidly growing, she's 2, that I'm going to have to take these down and pack these up. She's not going to fit these next year. She's not going to be the same size. And it's just a bittersweet reality to remind you that your kids are constantly growing and they're just not babies anymore. And I kind of got a little teary-eyed a little bit just packing up all of her like infant and baby toddler clothes.
We used to feel like a glove. All of the time we spent together, in our prime we were birds of a feather, different kind.
Okay, here is the closet. So you got Naomi's long sleeves and sweaters, and then you got Giselle's sweaters and her long sleeves. Now that we got this stuff taken care of, we're gonna go ahead and work on the drawers. I already got all of her t-shirts and stuff folded from the closet, so we're just gonna put it in there. So this drawer is her underwear and bras, and this drawer is her socks. I already went through all that off camera, and all that is straight. Next, we're gonna work on this drawer, which I'm gonna put her t-shirts in, and then this drawer has like some leggings and stuff in that we're gonna just refold. The bottom two are also fine. This one is her onesies, and this one is her like pajamas, like matching sets and non-matching sets. So those two are fine as well, but right now we're just gonna go through the two middle ones. In this drawer, this is where we kept her jean shorts and her like tank tops, not t-shirts. But I need to go through these tank tops and see which ones are small and which ones I can put back in. I'm also going to just be taking out some stuff that I don't want in here, like her gym shorts. I don't want in here. I really just want all of her t-shirts. I want her stuff to be organized so she knows where everything is. And I like to keep her t-shirts out year round because, again, you never know with Midwest weather. It's always going back and forth. And sometimes in the winter, not sometimes, all the time in the winter, we need to layer. So instead of layering with lots of long sleeves, we kind of layer with short sleeves and then a long sleeves, or things of that nature. But I like to keep options available to her because maybe when she's in the house, she doesn't want to wear long sleeves. She can just throw on some t-shirts and shorts like the boys. So I like to keep those out year round, rather in her closet or in her drawer, but they're going to be out. All right, you guys, that is it for today. I am completely wiped out. We did so much. We got so much accomplished, and I'm so happy. I still have a few things that I need to do, like fold all of their summer clothes and repack them up and put them back under the bed. But honestly, I need a break. So that's just going to have to wait. I might just put the top on and not even fold it today because I'm ready for a nap. I hope you got tons and tons of motivation to go ahead and tackle something off of your to-do list. As always, I appreciate you guys for watching, and I'll see you in my next one.
Different kind. We were laughing through the pain. You were never once so vague. Cut the cord that kept us connected, blacking out the mirror where your light once reflected all of the love from up above.